Alright, so how's it going, everybody? There's another update on the A-Wing. I got the cockpit taped into the fuselage at the moment because I still have to pull that out and paint it. You can see on the fibers here that they're really green, and that's because they're sitting right next to a green LED. However, I held up a different LED to each individual fiber, and those completely overpowered the green. So I've got no worries about that. But I'll throw a little black paint in there when I get to painting the cockpit anyway, just to help protect the colors. You can see the blue LED is definitely in there, and it's looking a little bright on camera, but it's fairly dim in person. But nevertheless, I'll throw some more resistors on that. The green has like 3K of resistors on it right now, and the blue has like 1.5. So I think the green, as far as that central square goes, beneath all the fibers, is bright enough. That will basically be the TAC computer there. But the blue is distinctly too bright, at least on the video, and that's what matters most. Over here in the back, one of the engines burnt out last night, so I was happy it did that now rather than later, because I would have been really disappointed if I had sealed the ship up at that point. So right now these two LEDs have about 5 hours on them, and these other ones here just have about an hour or so. So once all these up around 30 hours, maybe 40 hours constant, then I'll definitely feel safe and secure about sealing them into the body. So let's flip this over and take a look at the underside. I just built this stand a few minutes ago because I didn't want to use my green screen stand as a general work horse. And if we can get this going, there we go. So again, the wiring is going to be really simple. These two wires pretty much had to be glued down to the bottom, and once you factor in the bottom of the ship here, it's a really tight fit, so it just barely goes. I had initially thought I was going to run all these fibers underneath the cockpit to the back here. However, that quickly fell apart. I next thought I was going to glue canisters onto the side walls here, but as I was fitting this in, I realized gluing the canisters into the fuselage itself is the best option. So these fit really nice and snug and flat. The bottom hole fits onto the top nice and easy with no problems. So you can see I definitely have to trim them. I'm leaving them as is now because I still have to pull that cockpit out like I mentioned and have it painted up. So once that's done and I can glue that in, it'll be all good. Then I'll definitely put the LEDs into these canisters sooner than later, but the fibers can't go in until the very last. There's not too much more to do here. Obviously I'll still have to power up the main power buses here and on the lower hull. Over here with the pilot, he's currently got some white glue drying on his back. I didn't want those to slide out at all. So I'm only going to do 2 or 3 colors on him, and it'll be white and blue. Well, definitely red for the helmet, some white, probably some blue, I guess, maybe a yellow. I haven't decided that yet. But once all these are dried in here, and before I paint the cockpit, I'm going to have to drill out definitely a fairly good sized hole in the back wall, so I'll be able to run these lines through the back here. So I won't be able to swing these back around to fit into these canisters, and I definitely can't put the LEDs in this end and run these fibers all the way around to the far end. So this will have its own canisters on the back here. I haven't figured out exactly where yet, but maybe I'll put those on the side of the cockpit, since I can definitely run these back to here. Don't know that there's too much else to say about it at this point. This was definitely a major step here. So I'm going to wire up all the LEDs probably tomorrow, get the cockpit painted up tomorrow going into Saturday. It's Thursday right now. So hopefully I'll have most of this all done and ready to be sealed by Sunday. That would definitely be a good thing, and it will catch this up to all the other models, and it'll be ready for putty, just like I got like 4 others I think right now. And once I finish this up, I'll get back to my cutaway Falcon, throw the last fibers and lights on that, and hopefully I'll be able to knock off 5 or 6 kits by Christmas, another month and a half away. So that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. See ya.